A Walking Dead t-shirt has been pulled from store shelves for being quote unquote racist and offensive. So first let's look at the t-shirt in question. This was made by Primark. So it says eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Okay, that's what it says. And if you watch The Walking Dead, you have Negan, that's the character that you see on the right. He picks out his victims with the bat on the season 6 finale. Okay, sorry if there's any spoiler alerts, but he says that, you know, that eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by the toe. But what's offensive about this t-shirt, especially according to this article and according to history, is this dark history of it containing a really racist slur. Okay, so if you go on Wikipedia, if you research it, if you're not a fan of The Walking Dead and maybe you were aware of this nursery rhyme back in the 1800s, it was eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a
nigger by his toe. If you won't work, then let him go. But when you get your money, your little bride. It's very, very disgusting.
It's disgusting. So Primark, the manufacturer of this t-shirt, they did issue this statement. Once they saw, it was one person that was specifically tweeting a customer named Ian Lucraft who complained about the product, saying that they were shocked by it. So they did issue this statement. They said, quote, the t-shirt in question is licensed merchandise for the U.S. television series The Walking Dead, and the quote and image are taken directly from the show. Any offense caused by its design was wholly unintentional, and Primark sincerely apologizes, and they did remove the t-shirt from the shelf. But now you're getting some pushback on social media. People, Walking Dead fans, saying they never even heard about that rhyme, that this is specific to them, based on the context of that show, and they were proud to wear that t-shirt because they love The Walking Dead, and that was a powerful moment in season 6 finale. While others are saying, yeah, but if you hadn't watched the TV show, because I guess the t-shirt doesn't say Walking Dead big enough on it. So those people, if you just saw the person walking down the street with that bat on it and some of that rhyme, even though they're not using the N-word, it'll have that social relevance from a very dark period in history. I understand both sides.
Yeah.
I think this is where you can pivot. This is where perhaps, the manufacturer, if they didn't pull it from the shelves, if they wanted to somehow appease the Walking Dead fans, maybe have Walking Dead really big, maybe have an image of the character involved so you can really differentiate yourself from that really dark rhyme. But I also understand that horrific context to it too. Like, now that I know about that context,
you can't ever look at it the same.
You don't look at it the same. Like, that's just the way it is. And you don't want to I would never want to wear anything where somebody walks by and would think even for a split second that I'm advocating for that. That's just me.
I agree with you, Sammy. I did not know the eeny, meeny, miny, mo history either. I always thought it was a children's nursery rhyme, so, and
it was. But it was
very,
you thought
very,
it was an innocent one.
Right, it's not so innocent, ladies and gentlemen. But I think that if I think this shirt is taken out of context. I think if you are a fan, like you said, if you are a fan of The Walking Dead, then of course you make the correlation. You put two and two together and realize that there's no ill will. But it goes further to what I was thinking last night, that nothing is safe anymore. Everything can be misconstrued and misinterpreted as racist depending on how the person views it. And good for Primark for saying, listen, we don't want any drama. We don't want to upset people. Let's just pull it back and leave it at that.
Although they could made Walking Dead maybe bigger, because I do want to try and give them the benefit of the doubt too. Sure. I do want to give the Walking Dead fans the benefit of the doubt, and the people in general. I don't want to assume everything's racist. Like, for me to wear a shirt and be afraid that I might offend someone, that's on me, and I would prefer to do that. But I also don't want to watch someone walk by, and I don't want to be that person to immediately assume that person's racist because they're wearing some sort of rhyme, when in reality they're just a Walking Dead fan. Right. So that sucks too.
That's the state of the world we live in now, Sam. Yeah. It's like we're so hypersensitive and we're so hyper-aware. I mean, like, even in the comments for some of our videos, if I for a smidgen disagree with something that's not pro-black, I get called names like coon, and I mean, it's just.
Come on, you guys.
It's.
Come on, you guys. Come on.
Now we need.
Like, you're being the racist.
Absolutely.
Like, come on. Are you serious with that language?
It's how people feel. So I think that's just the state of the world we live in today, and it's sad because, again, no one is safe now. No matter if you have the best intentions or you're simply oblivious to something.
Or you just try and look from both sides. You always try and look from the other side, and I appreciate that about you. And in this incident, I see both sides.
Right.
To this incident.
You have to see both sides.
And that's okay. It doesn't mean if you see both sides that you are prejudiced or racist or.
Sam,
just give people the benefit of the doubt on both sides. Not always can you do that because sometimes it's very cut and dry. I think in this case, there was no ill intention.
At all.
It was all about
At all.
context. It was all about trying to appease the Walking Dead fans. And once that new knowledge was brought to light, they did what they thought was the right thing to do, and I applaud that.
And the silver lining is now, even for myself, now we're educated on some history, and,
Yeah.
and we can choose to do what we want with that. But I think that, you know, when you hear stories like this or anything that's racially charged, it's always great to have two sides to give you a viewpoint to look at and then to come to a decision on your own versus automatically having a knee-jerk
To call someone
reaction.
racist.
Exactly, because
To call someone
I
racist,
think
because
there's more
that's
peop-
not fair.
It's not.
Can you
It's not.
imagine if you're that person walking down the street and you're just a diehard Walking Dead fan and you're wearing that shirt and someone came up to you and called you a racist?
Or assaulted you?
Or assaulted you, instead of maybe, I would totally give them credence and credit if they went up to you and said, hey, can I, because Walking Dead isn't so big and prominent on the shirt, if they came up and said, hey, can I, do you understand the full ramifications
Right.
of this rhyme? That is okay, and that
Sure.
is awesome. You're educating someone, but to immediately assume that that person is racist is not okay
No,
in my book.
ever.
So, all right, please share your thoughts in the comment section below. I want to know what everyone has to say about this story. And I hope that we can keep it respectful, not only in this comment section, but in all comment sections. It's not okay to call Jason those words. That makes me sick.
yeah.
That makes me absolutely sick. So please, and I know for the most part we have an amazing fan base. Like, you guys are awesome. But please keep it in check. And we'll see you next time on Pop Culture.